Why hello there, Aries, and welcome to your December Timeless Messages. I'm Victoria with Align Soul Tarot. This will be for all Aries placements. If you're watching for Aries cross watchers, you're welcome here as well. We're going to talk about some astrology for the times, and again, you can relate this to whenever you find it. And also, there's some guided messages as I sit with your energy, and we'll pull some tarot as well. You can find the love reading below. If love shows up here, all the better. You use your intuition to discern these messages, and free will is always at play. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, Aries. So Aries, how are you feeling after this full moon in Gemini? I myself am a Gemini, and I did a full moon in Gemini reading. If you're new to my channel, you can always kind of watch those readings even after the full moon. These are cycles. So really over the next 28 days, it's a culmination of knowledge that's kind of gained over many cycles, really, truly. It's a culmination. Like I said, it's like I'm almost envisioning a ball of snow rolling down a hill, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and more layers of lessons, right? Cycles. Also, you can perceive it as baggage, right? So when I think of baggage, extra weight, maximum capacity is what I'm hearing for you, is the snowball effects. Interesting. I'm getting a lot of insight off of this for you. So cycles, snowball effect, right? One thing leads to another, right? Timelines. I'm seeing an investigator, when they're doing an investigation and they have a map, I don't know if they do this in real life, but in the movies they depict it as such, where they have all those little pins and the strings connecting the lines. So I'm seeing this for you. And the snowball effect is kind of like, wow, that escalated quick. So that might be something that you are feeling or someone else is feeling around you. And again, cycles, that's what it all came back to. But we're going somewhere with this, Aries, I promise you. So it could feel like something is sequential, or maybe it feels like it's happening in an order that might feel obvious to you, or maybe not. We'll have to see in the cards. But there's some sort of sequential order of things, order of operations, right? I'm seeing dominoes that are falling. So there's cause and effects. There's all these things coming up for you of like, maybe you're finally connecting the dots. Maybe you're finally understanding cause and effect. You're seeing how things have snowballed. You're seeing how there's been extra weight. And over a cycle of time, right, we're talking about full moons here, you are releasing. And Spirit is urging you to release something because there's excessive weight here. For some of you, it could literally be weight, but I'm feeling it more as energetic weight, because the full moon in Gemini reading was a lot about energy, frequency, protecting our energy, knowing how to feel something out. It's not all about actions and words, Mercury is now stationed direct, but we still have Mars retrograde. So with any sort of retrograde, I do want to relay this to you, is that the planet's not necessarily going backwards. So there's this, again, sequential, something, gravity is pushing something, right, in a direction, and we can't resist that. Much like the planets, although we perceive them as going backwards, retrogrades are not. It's actually intensifying the energy of the planet. It's closer to the Earth. So, optical illusions here. Isn't that interesting? So the energy is magnetized to some extent, and that's why we feel things more when it comes to those planets. So for you as a fire sign with Mars and Leo, I find this very beneficial for you, but out of all the signs, Aries, I do want you to be mindful of your temper. You naturally have a fire to you, and a wit and a charm, and you are the warrior. You're the first house, so with Mars retrograde in Leo, woo, just be mindful, okay? So some other messages I got for you was Final Countdown. I heard that song, Final Countdown, It could literally be talking about, the ball drop, the final countdown to the New Year's. Maybe you're just sitting back like, man, I just can't wait for 2024 to be over. But there's, again, a culmination of wealth. I wrote this down before I even got to this whole channeled message for you. You could be really just gathering, like most people do at this time of year, just gathering past memories of the year and maybe even beyond 2024. Again, there's something about a domino effect, cause and effect. Like it could have been from 10 years ago, and there's some sort of cycle that's playing out for you right now, my Aries collective, that you're finally starting to grapple. Wow, that's where that was picked up. That's where I was rolling down that snowball. You were that snowball rolling down that hill and you picked something up. And I'm getting reminded of, this is not really a laughing matter, but I'm just seeing like a cartoon character getting like, when they get like flatted out by like an object and then they like spring back to life. So I'm seeing you kind of springing back to life after being flattened by something, an object that was maybe in your snowball. This is so weird, Aries. You just go there with me, okay? And we'll connect it here. But it's a culmination of wealth, truly over a long period of time is what I wrote, and it wasn't handed to you. So there were obstacles in the way of that snowball effect, okay? And you also could be sitting back and reflecting right now about, again, what role did you play in that? What did you allow to get stuck to you? And also, how did that stunt your growth? How has it stunted your wealth? It could very well be talking about money, but I'm seeing it more as a wealth of knowledge, Saturn. Okay? Saturn is in your 12th house still. And Neptune is direct too. I've been talking to you about this if you've been here with me for a while now. It's not an easy rodeo, okay? But this is where I think this 12th house is allowing you to release. It's the void. It's the house of surrender, the house of rest, where you get to let go of some of that weight. And maybe these things made you feel safe. I'm getting reminded of women have shared testimonials, and maybe this is personal for you. And my heart goes out to you for those that have suffered from domestic violence or sexual abuse. But there are women that will naturally hold weight in their body because they're afraid to have attention. I know someone in particular that shared this with me, and then I saw a woman online that was telling her story because you don't want eyes on you, so it's kind of like a coping mechanism. Like the weight is something that you carry to keep you safe to some extent, but it can work against you, right? Health issues, or over time it can lead to unhealthy coping habits. Also, there's energetic weight. I personally can reflect on times when I was stressed the F out. There's many studies on inflammation in the body and stress and how much stress does impact our health. So these could be things that you're dealing with right now, is maybe inflammation, excessive weight gain, or weight loss. But there's something about you releasing weight. And again, it could be literally physical weight, or it can be just energetic. Again, domino effect, cause and effect. How did I play into it? How have I not? How can I be accountable? And how can I just be like, nope, that's not my shit, Because I did also see gold. You could really like gold. You could wear a lot of gold jewelry. You could be getting gifted something that's gold. I see gold, okay? And then I saw crown. And then I got the song by Billie Eilish, You Should See Me in a Crown, because I was getting this whole idea around this culmination of wealth and how it's been a long period of time and none of this was handed to you, and you have gained so much resilience, so much wisdom. And yes, you're learning how to let things go, to let more in, is what I'm getting at here. The more that you can let go that does not need to be carried. I'm getting like 10 of Wands for you as this energy here, is the more wealth and abundance of knowledge, wisdom, physical, tangible wealth can come in. And that song, You Should See Me in a Crown. I'm going to run this nothing town. All it takes is just one bite. So that's I think there's a black widow spider. You could have a connection with spiders. I will link those songs below if you want to listen to them. If you've never heard of them, it's in the lyrics. You might like the song. But yeah, that song is more about being underestimated. She's like, I'm royalty, kind of like Empress energy here. And although it's not coming from a place of being cocky, I'm seeing it as the Empress. The Empress, it takes a culmination of all of the parts of tarot, right? All of the energies that make up tarot. Wand, cup, pentacle, sword. You have to go through all of that to become the Empress, Emperor, right? So it's like you earn that crown is what I'm hearing. You earn that crown, and you could have felt like an outcast. There could have been, again, a lot of things during that snowball effect. You're going down that hill, there was a bumpy ride. And I see that, you're still pressing forward, but you're learning, again, what not to bring with you. And then I got, this is so random. Some of you might be from the South or have connections to the South. I believe Jubilee. Jubilee, I believe, is music. It's a type of dance hall or Jubilee. I heard that old commercial, nobody does it like Jubilee or Sara Lee. I don't know why I connected Sara Lee. Sara Lee's like that old bakery. Nobody does it like Sara Lee. I think it's that, Jubilee. I heard that in my head. And then I got astonished. Praise. Like, people are astonished by you about what you've been through. Maybe you don't share it with everyone. This could be something that you haven't shared with many people. And the people that you do share it with, they're probably like, wow, Aries, like, you've been through quite a bit. And I feel like you don't, again, you're not being boastful or cocky about it. You wear it like a crown. You wear it like a crown. You're like, this has actually served me to get here. I understand it now. That's what I'm hearing. I understand it now. Even if it was taxing, heavy weight, A lot of extra burdens, 10 of Wands. It served you. I got that Sara Lee song. Maybe a lot of you are eating a lot of sweets right now. You have a sweet tooth. It is the holidays, huh? For some of you that celebrate the holidays, not all of you do, but that could be something that you utilize, as a stress coping mechanism. No shame, but just something that Spirit is observing. Being mindful of sugar. Okay, let's see from the Death Duel. We're going to pull an oracle to start off your reading. You should see me in a crown. I'm gonna run this nothing town. I actually really like that song. And I'm not really a huge fan of hers. I do like some of her songs. But again, these songs just come through. I let whatever comes through, comes through. I get songs from all genres, all years, all makes and models here. No hate. You just let it come through. There's a message there for you. Again, it's just about wearing that crown and being proud of it. Like that saying, like a king without a crown. This is, what's that? Modest Yahoo. Ooh, that's a good song for you. I will link that as well. If you don't know these songs, Modest Yahoo, King Without a Crown, it's talking about, again, being knocked down. Modest Yahoo. King without a crown. So there's something about royalty here. You could have royalty in your ancestry. Maybe you don't know this for some of you. Again, you could have felt really knocked down by life. You've been through a lot. You're resilient, Aries. You naturally are. But the thing about that, Aries, for Aries especially, is to not let it harden you. Do not become jaded. Do not become pessimistic. And I'm not saying that you're never going to, okay? But please don't let yourself become jaded by this tough exterior, in life and just shit that's happened to you. Have healthy boundaries, but keep your heart open. Keep your heart safe, but keep your heart open is what Spirit's saying. Keep your heart. You gotta protect your heart, but I'm getting a lot of like 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. You might have Sag in your chart. The Void, 12th house. Oh, hello. Here we go. Pisces, your neighbor. Aries, I'm really excited for you in 2025. Again, you're going to be rewarded greatly for whatever you can release. And again, It's a test of faith right now. I said this in the full moon Gemini reading. If you haven't watched it, it's linked below. Those that can keep their faith, keep their heart open, and be more forgiving to themselves and also others that have caused them harm. Again, healthy boundaries. Getting a lot of fire for you, like 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, you know, your fire. But that's more Leo Sag, so interesting. The shadow, yes. The sun, ooh wee. Yeah, you very well could have Leo in your chart. Here comes the sun, da, 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 da. This is so much Pisces right now because look at this. We have the void, that's Pisces for me. 12th house is the void. It's the deep, dark ocean. It's the galaxies. It's space, time, continuum. It's what we cannot grasp or hold. You know, there's many questions with the 12th house. And this is where you are at. And again, you will be rewarded for how deep you can go. And how long you can tread water is what I'm hearing. Because I'm seeing someone doing like, what do you call that? It's a really weird word. Skerplunking or something? It's such a weird word. I think it's skerplunking, where they do like deep dives. I'm actually going to link a video. It is very nerve-wracking for me when I watch these videos, but I'm amazed. That's that word, astonished. Like you could be astonishing people by how long you've been able to tread water, or like this is just symbolic. Maybe some of you a deep dive. You've been going deep into the shadow is what you've been doing, right? And whatever that is for you, whatever you found there, you're bringing it to the light. Cause and effect. Things are coming out, good and bad. You know, I see like the closet, you know, the skeletons in the closet, that type of thing. And then it's like, okay, I don't have to be scared of the dark, I'm hearing. I don't have to be afraid of my own shadow. You know, children that are afraid of their own shadow. What's that, Mom? What's that, Dad? Maybe you were one of those children. Or you had like a friend, imaginary friend, or maybe an actual spirit friend as a kid, I'm seeing. You could have been connected to your shadow very young. Because the sun is childlike to me. So there's something also here in the void, in this Saturn, Pisces, Neptune, now direct in Pisces. And again, the North Node's going into Pisces. You will be rewarded, though, once Neptune and Saturn go into your sign. I'm telling you right now, go deep. It's okay. You're safe. You have enough air in that tank. You got people watching you on the surface. That your guides are there. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of your shadow is what I'm hearing, because the deeper you can go, Aries, right now, when Saturn and Neptune go into your sign, it will show. And you will be able to wear that crown with dignity, is what I'm hearing. And there'll be many gifts given to you, blessings, wealth, abundance. The more that you can release and let go, hold yourself accountable. Again, keep your heart. Keep your heart. I heard keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. I don't know what song that's from. I'm hearing that song, how deep is your love? I really need to know. 'Cause we're living in a world of love. I don't know, the Bee Gees. I do not have a voice today. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? This, if in reference to love, Aries, this could be in relationship, I should say, right? We can be in love with many things. We can be in love with spirit. We could be in love with our shadow. How about that? That's definitely something that you should be doing right now. Being tender to your shadow, your inner child, parts work, that sort of thing. Is also people around you could be really wanting to hear your story. Because I got that in the beginning of like people being astonished by what you're telling them. Like almost like they don't believe you, because it's like, how are you still standing? I'm still standing better than ever. I got so many songs for you. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're just like, yeah, that shit happened. They want to hear it though. They just like, that's the thing I'm getting here is people want you to open up to them because energetically, again, that full moon and Gemini reading, energetically people can feel you and you can feel them if you're open to it, right? The sun. So if you notice people are like, is everything okay, Aries? You know, what's going on? You're like, I'm fine. Everything's great. You know, it's okay to be able to open up to certain people. You know yourself best, but if that relates to you in any way, Aries, then it's okay to open up. Okay, but you have learned a lot now about this shadow work, and all of you are at different timelines here, but again, the deeper you can go, the more you'll be rewarded. Queen of Wands. Wow. Hello, fire. You got lots of fire here. Queen of Wands, Four of Cups, Tower. Yeah, you can't avoid apathy is what I heard, because the Four of Cups is being apathetic. So there are mornings, maybe morning time is hard for you. You might wake up with like depression or apathy, pessimism. Remember, like I was saying, keep your heart open. Some of you could really suffer in the morning from, because I see like the sunrise to the sunset. So it could be morning and night. And maybe also with the void, you're having really weird dreams. But your dreams are actually gatekeepers for you. So in the morning, it might be really important for you to do some work around your heart, because I'm feeling like a hardening, and I don't want that for you, Aries. I want you to keep your heart open. How can you get back to your heart right now? Queen of Wands, how can you be more confident? How can you shed light on something? Be more passionate, receptive as well here, right, with the Queen of Wands. She is the master manifester. She is very receptive and open, the Queen of Wands. But she's also, again, she has healthy boundaries. There's so much around, like, you know, I'm getting reminded of when people get hurt, you know, cause and effect, stunted, trauma, you know, that snowball effect, where yes, we need to just take pauses and breaks from people sometimes. Four of Cups. We have to rethink things, this retrograde energy. But we can go to the extreme. I was talking to this with Taurus as well, as we are humans of extremes. And we can, our ego can talk us out of almost anything at times. And I'm also wanting to urge you here is to not let yourself become extreme in any sort of avoidance, detaching, right? Like hermit away from people for like, I'm talking months here, you know, if it's a couple weeks, but we're talking more months down the road where you're like, wow, this is actually becoming an extreme. Where, you know, people are starting to notice, people are starting to say, what's going on, Aries? You know, they can sense it on you. They want you to come out. Five of Pentacles, yeah. There's something about a loss. Some of you might be suffering from a loss or delays of money, income. This Queen of Wands is here to say, hey, you know, you still have this vitality within you. Three of Wands, wow. Yeah, there has been a delay on something for sure. And it's causing you to feel, yeah, Two of Pentacles. I'm hearing why me? I'm hearing why now? Some of you could be feeling like something isn't justified or hasn't been justified. As you peek deeper into the void, into the shadow, there are things that are going to come up that are going to be triggering. But it's meant for you to heal them. It's not for you to place blame, especially on yourself. Try to shed light and love onto those things, especially if you're like having really crazy dreams and waking up and it's just like, why am I dreaming this? Or why is this happening? It's for you to process it. Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands, because it seems like you're kind of stunting your growth here. Again, extreme. Don't be afraid to kind of peek beyond the veil a bit. You can manifest a lot right now, actually. Queen of Wands. It's here with the sun. You can bring a lot of things to light. You could be a truth speaker right now. You could really be like opening up to people that you haven't talked to in a while, that type of thing. This is a time for you to open up. when some of you have been kind of wanting to close down more. Just observe it as a pattern and a trend, right? You don't want to go months in isolation. Again, you do you, boo. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm sensing that that could be something that could actually stunt your growth. 3 of Wands in reverse. Well, for some of you that are going really deep into the void, the shadow work, it could take you a while to come back out as this Queen of Wands. But nonetheless, it looks like you are heading towards that Queen of Wands. You might have had to take a detour, is what I'm hearing. Because you're trying to weigh out something, the pros and cons of something, a decision. What's this Queen of Wands? 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, 2 of Swords. Definitely weighing something out. 8 of Pentacles. You could be trying to invest in new work prospects, new ideas around what you want to do to make money. Also, what I'm getting is just what you're focused on, because the people around you as well may not be in alignment with what you are trying to gain, to reach. I heard reach new heights. Yeah, it's kind of like going back to the drawing board here. But this is that energy where I was like, don't get too complacent or jaded or pessimistic or apathetic, because you don't want to be, I heard crisscross applesauce. Someone that's just like I'm seeing like a mummy. I'm seeing someone that's getting like very triggered by someone touching them. And this could even be a friend or a loved one if you have a partner and they go to touch you and you're just like, ugh. Like something makes you feel like, I just don't want to be touched. Interesting, Aries. But a part of you does. 3 of Cups. It could be a Queen of Swords around, or a Queen. I said Queen of Swords. It's King of Swords here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Masculine. Doesn't have to be. It's been a bit icy cold. A bit detached. This could be someone around you with the 3 of Cups, or it could very well be you. Again, this could be friends seeing how you've been a bit isolated or detached. You're focused on other things and they're a bit concerned. I don't feel like you're in like a depression, or again, I feel like it's fleeting. I feel like if depression comes, it's kind of fleeting. Like it's in the morning and then it kind of goes away. Let's see here. What do we want to pull for you? Let's see. Actually, no. Wisdom of the Oracle. We're going to wrap this up. Yeah, it's like a fleeting feeling. But people are noticing. There is support around you. Again, I saw someone that was skerplunking. As you go deep, you know, it might take you, like you might be got down there for a while. People are like, hey, you good? There's people at the surface still rooting for you. I'm getting a song, another song, I'll be rooting for you. This could literally be ancestors, your spirit team. The void can talk about, you know, our spirit guides assisting you in the shadow, helping you submerge. I see someone like reaching the surface and just taking in a deep breath of air. It might actually help you to do cold plunging, some sort of way to kind of like, you know, those exercises when you really tense up the body in like yoga practices and then you release. I see someone doing that, so this could work for you. I will link below some practices on how to do that. I actually just did one last night where it was really interesting how it's a sleep meditation. And what they do is they have you hold your eyes almost like you're looking at your eyebrows for almost like a minute. It was kind of intense. And then when you go to close your eyes, it feels so good. So I can see how that works. I was like, that's a really interesting technique. Same goes for you right now, is you could do something like that. Or if you're having issues sleeping or really closing your eyes and feeling like they're not like wanting to open. Or again, tensing up a part of the body and then releasing it. It's actually very relaxing. I don't know what they call that technique, but I know in yoga they do it. Like resistance training, or just like certain stretches. A lot of yoga I'm seeing for you could be beneficial. Being able to tighten it and like really overextend over a period of time. Like this is more like hatha yoga, right? Hatha, no, what is that? It's not Hatha. Yin? There's different types of yoga. I believe maybe it is Hatha that holds longer poses. You're going to have to tell me in the comments or look it up. It's a yoga that holds the posture for longer periods of time. It's Hatha or Yin. I know Yin is more gentle and it's more for stretching. So I see you doing that. Let's see. TikTok. Oh, the time. This is that final countdown. No place like home. Exchanging gifts. Yeah, being flexible. See, this is that yoga. You definitely could benefit from Hatha or Yin yoga. Or again, learning how to hold the tension and then release. Exchanging gifts and no place like home. So this is telling me something around the holiday season for you. It could be very triggering. There's that fork in the road. And TikTok is just like a pressure, right? This is also divine timing. And I heard that in your first message was the final countdown. There's something about maybe you're feeling pressured by other people to be a certain way, 3 of Cups amongst friends. There could be expectations also with work. I did see that 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles for you. A bit of pressures of taxes maybe coming up for you. Something around money. Don't worry though, it's all in divine accordance here. Also with no place like home and exchanging gifts is that there might be someone that can actually help you if you are feeling some financial pressures. Yeah, fire sign. We didn't see it really, but I felt like the 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. There's potentially a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries that wants to help you. So we're going to lean over to love, okay? These are some signs that you could be dealing with in love. I lean more towards intimacy, but it could be friends or family. You can find that love reading link below, okay? Aries in love. Aries in love. What signs are they dealing with? Aries in love. True, Jesus. Oh, it's right here. Sun. Wow, Leo. I kept wanting to say that. You got the sun twice. So, lots of happiness, Leo. I can't make this up. Strong Leo. And then we got Aries here too. You could definitely be dealing with a fire sign. Or this is just going to be self-love time. A lot of focus on self. Again, shadow work. The sun. This is a very happy energy though. Wow. We didn't even talk. I just saw Aquarius, Sag. Wow, you got all fire signs here. Okay, well, there it is. Neptune, Pisces. Yep. So this is about that 12th house. I was about to tell you about Aquarius. So Pluto in Aquarius is highlighting your 11th house. So this is very much taking your soul's mission, right? Your soul's work, your midheaven, 10th house, and putting it out there. This is about prospects, networking. So I think that Pluto going into Aquarius has lit a fire under your ass to some extent about like the work that I'm putting out. Do I feel proud of it? Is it something that I can wear with dignity? Remember that crown? Is what I'm doing in my life, am I living with intention? And there's pressure here with the TikTok of feeling like you're out of time, but you're not. This is kind of your ego. I think you're kind of putting yourself in check. Again, there's this culmination that's happening for you right now. And there is a little bit of fire lit for you to kind of get yourself out of a funk, potentially, out of this kind of dreamy, elusive energy. Neptune went direct December 7th. So right as Leo went retrograde, which definitely is showing up in your energy, Neptune went direct. So it was kind of like, wake up, Aries. And you were like, oh shit. Like I see someone, like when they snooze their alarm and they like jump out of bed. So we're going to take this over to the love reading. Okay. I hope to find you over there. If this is where we part, bye for now, Aries. Take care.